welcome to Anita Luna Yoga, and this is my video called the Joint Freeing Series for arthritis, stiffness, and flexibility. So we are going to go through every single joint in the body. Doing this at home only takes maybe 20 minutes up to 30 minutes depending on how many repetitions you do. We will take each joint through its full range of motion to improve flexibility. And as you practice more regularly, you will be able to do more range of motion, going further and deeper into each joint as you progress. This is also excellent for arthritis, any joint pain or stiffness. So in this case, you may want to only do your 80% and just really focusing on lubricating the joint with synovial fluid by loosening each joint. So depending on your goal, full range of motion or just loosening and lubricating the joint. This comes from a book and a workshop that I took, Structural Yoga Therapy with Mukunda Stiles. I will link down below to his website if you're interested in purchasing this book. And I did a training with him, so I am certified to teach this series for you. So this is just for you. You can do this in a chair. You can also do this seated on a floor. You could sit on a cushion or two cushions or folded blankets. If you're more comfortable on the floor, I'm doing this in a chair for those who are not comfortable on the floor. And we're going to begin just with a basic intro to yoga alignment for those who are not familiar. You always want to have your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips, and you always want your knees directly over your ankles, thighs parallel to the floor. So find a chair or a way of sitting where you're comfortable in that position. And then we're going to breathe with the poses. I have two videos called How to Breathe for Yoga. Basically, you're going to inhale, expand, exhale, release. Okay, so with the poses, and I'll explain as we go. If you'd like to watch my video first called How to Breathe for Yoga, you can do that. Otherwise, we're just going to begin. And I'll show you all of these joint freeing motions can be done the same, whether sitting on the floor or on a chair, except for the hips. And I will show both chair and floor for the hips. So let's begin. We're going to start with our feet. So just stretch your feet out in front of you. And we are going to flex and extend the ankles. So inhale as your toes come toward you. Exhale as you point them away from you. Inhale and exhale, and you may want to hold on to your chair. We're going to do about 5 repetitions for each of these. Again, 100% may not look like my 100%. So you definitely want to have a sense of your own edge, where your comfort zone is. Come right to your edge, but never push. Never pull, never strain. You don't want any pain here. And again, if you're just lubricating, if you have arthritis, just back and forth, nice and easy. You can imagine warm golden oil seeping into the joints. Okay, so the next one is a little trickier. I'm going to demonstrate first with my hands, but we're going to do it with our feet. So pinky toes apart, and then pinky toes towards each other. It's more subtle for the feet. Again, hold on to your chair if you need to keep this alignment the same. Ears over shoulders over hips, and you're not going to slouch back in your chair. Okay, no, you're going to sit up. So keep that, and this will strengthen your postural muscles, added bonus. Okay, so the next one, we're going to take pinky toes back, and then pinky toes towards each other. Inversion and eversion. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, never pushing. It doesn't need to look exactly like mine. It should feel good. This is a very gentle series that you can do daily or as often as you're able. Good. Again, about 5 reps of each. And then we're going to keep the feet a little bit apart and do ankle circles. So inhaling as the feet come toward you, the toes come toward you, and then exhaling as the toes roll away from you. Inhale. Exhale, big circles. hitting all the numbers on your analog clock, 3 in each direction. And we'll go the other way. Inhale, exhale. You might want some soothing music in the background. Try to find a quiet place to practice. If not, this can be done anytime, anywhere. Or you can do parts of it anytime, anywhere. Next, we'll do the knees. So bring your feet back under your knees, and then we're going to hold under the thigh for support. So you're going to lift the leg a little bit and kind of hold it for support, keeping your shoulders relaxed. And then we're going to inhale, extend the knee, exhale, fold the knee. We'll show this from the side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, about 5 of these. You can sit toward the edge, one edge of the chair, so you can get your full range of motion here. Inhale and fold, exhale and fold. If your legs get tired, you can just do it on the chair. The other side. Don't necessarily have to hold your leg up for this. Just let it dangle. If you have a nice tall chair so your legs can swing freely, that's nice. So again, tracking the knee. The hip, the knee, and the foot should all be in alignment, just like mine is. Ankle, knee, and hip, all those joints are lined up. You don't want your knee out or in. You don't want your foot out or in. You want everything straight. Okay, for that, everything straight ahead, tracking. This is more healthy for your knee joint, and will bring more healthy fluid, nice warm golden oil into your joint for your knee. Next is the hips. So your hip joint is here where your thigh bone fits into your pelvis. So we're going to focus right here, and it's a ball and socket joint. It can go around and open. The femurs kind of can do circles, right? You can do hip circles. So we're just going to do abduction and adduction, which is a fancy way of saying out and in. So you can hold on to your chair or not. Check your alignment, check your breathing. Inhale, exhale, there you go. So stretch your feet out in front, or you can just stretch one leg at a time. It's up to you. So I'll just have one leg at a time. So you can mirror me, flex your foot, and again, from right in the hip, we're gonna rotate outwards as we're inhaling, and then drag that leg out all the way to the side, rotate inwards, and then drag all the way back. So this is complex. Take a moment. Inhale, rotate out, and then open the hip to your maximum without pushing past it. Exhale, fold in, and drag. For more challenge to strengthen the leg, you can lift the leg. Inhale, out, and exhale, in. That's not required, it's just if you want to. And 4 or 5 on each side if you can. If you get tired, then don't do your full range of motion. Just kind of warm it up a little bit like that. Other side. I'll try this stretched out both times so you can see. Inhale, out, exhale, in. Just taking it all the way out as far as you can until you feel some stretch here. Exhale, rotate from the hip in, and bring it back. Inhale, exhale. So you've probably done 5 there. So the next thing we're going to do is, this is for the spine. So I'm going to move the chair. You do not need to move your chair. I'm just doing this for the camera. Okay, so come down nice and gentle onto your knees. If you need to, please place a folded blanket or a pillow under your knees so you're comfortable. Hips over knees. You can tuck your toes for more support. And then you're just going to drape over the chair on your folded arms. You can rest your head here. Or if you prefer, you can be up on your elbows. Or even up on your hands, depending on the height of your chair. Okay, so you decide. And for those of you on the floor, it's going to look like this. Okay, so cat pose on a chair. You're going to extend the spine, bringing the belly and the chest toward the floor, toward the chair, elbows stay where they are, shoulders back, neck lifted, tailbone lifted. That's extension of the spine. And your exhale is bringing the belly up and in, feeling the stretch between the vertebrae and the back of the body, tailbone tucks under, head releases. So inhale and exhale. exhale. So continuing that, if you're on the floor, here's what it looks like. If you're on the floor, make sure your shoulders are directly over your wrists. You may want to do more than 5 of those. Those are juicy. So from here, we're going to add. So we're going to continue that flexion and extension, and we're going to add hip flexion and extension with the spinal flexion and extension. So here's what it looks like on the chair. So inhale, take one leg up and back as you stretch your belly toward the floor. Exhale, bring your knee toward the chair and your nose toward the chair. And that's your flexion. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, curve in. Maybe bring your knee toward your nose toward your knee. It depends on your flexibility and what your range of motion is. Okay, so we're doing one side, about 5 of these. And the other side I'm going to do on the floor. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, so chair or floor, whatever works for you. This is bringing your hip extenders and flexors into the full range of motion. Good. And then I'll show this one first from the floor. So your knees are together, your arms are out, but your shoulders and wrists are in alignment. Hands are not forward or back. They're directly in line with your shoulders. Your shoulders and your hips are centered. And inhale, center, and then you're going to take your hips, abduction and adduction. Exhale them to the side. Can you see that? You can bend your elbows. You don't have to. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. If that's tight on your back, make sure you lift your belly here and not sag. So lift your belly. Inhale and exhale. If it feels tight, you can go more toward your feet. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the chair, rest your head. Be comfy here. Knees stay under hips. Curl your toes or not. Inhale. Over to one side. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Should feel good. This is a stretch. I did a whoops there. I'm not used to doing this on a chair. And I have coconut oil in my hands. Okay, so we're going to inhale center and exhale over to the side. This stretches your piriformis muscle as well as lubricating your hips laterally. So we're going to come back to the chair. I'm going to bring it back to the center of your screen. There you go. So now we're going to do the upper body. So your lower body's all juiced up, lubricated, flexibility improved over time. So now we'll start with the wrists. If you want to keep your wrists relaxed and low, it's perfectly fine if your shoulders get tired. I'm going to do this up so I can demonstrate for you. So again, alignment, ears, shoulders, hips. Not slouching back into the support of the chair. Knees over ankles. Take a few breaths. Come back into belly breathing. Good, excellent. All right, so from here, we're going to flex and extend the wrists. Okay, so this is radial motion of the wrist. So taking your hands so that, first of all, your fingers and your palms are parallel to the floor. Can you see that? Just like that. So your elbows, your hip, your wrists, and your fingers are all aligned. You can look, take a look and see. And then inhale, bring the spread fingers up and back. Exhale, bring the spread fingers down and back. So inhale, flex. Exhale, extend. Radial deviation. I'll show you from the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, do 5 or more of these, whatever's comfortable. And again, you can relax and just do them here. You don't need to lift your shoulders or work your shoulders. You're just using each joint individually, isolating the joint and keeping everything else relaxed and in alignment. So the next movement of the wrists is very similar to what we did with our ankles, that unusual motion that we don't normally do, but it feels great, especially if you've been typing a lot. It feels great on the wrist. So your palms are up and level, parallel to the floor, as if you're holding a tray. I'm going to move my hands out so you can see how level they are. Fingers are spread wide, okay? So you do not want to drop your tray. Not this way, not that way, not that way, right? So palms up and keep them there. So inhale, thumbs toward your, toward the back wall behind you. It's a small motion. Exhale, pinkies towards you. I'm going to move them out to the side so you can see again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'll move them down. You can also do this with the hands down. Inhale, thumbs toward the arms. Exhale, pinkies toward the arms. It does not need to look like this. It can be a smaller motion, your range of motion. Back and forth, lubricating the joint and improving your flexibility and working out stiffness in every single joint. Back and forth, nice and easy, everything else in alignment and relaxed. Good. And now we're going to circle. So loose fists, okay? Not tight fists. This is not what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So circling, inhale all the way up and back, exhaling all the way down and around. Again, you can do this down here. Inhale, exhale. We're going the same direction. It doesn't matter if you can't do the same direction. Some people find it easier just to circle inwards and then outwards. So we're going to do 5 in each direction. So if you did one way, do the other way. Again, all 12 hours on your clock. If there's certain places that are tight, give them some extra attention. Visualizing that oil, soothing the joints. This is known to decrease pain for people with arthritis or joint pain. So you will feel better even after doing this one time. And you will certainly feel better continuing to do this regularly. Okay, so that's the wrists. Now we'll do the elbows. Elbows are very simple. Again, you can have them out. This is more strengthening. So I'll show you basically parallel to the floor. Or you can have them down. Doesn't matter. So I'll show you down first. Palms, open, relaxed. And then this is your extension. So you're inhaling into your extension and exhaling, flexing the elbows. Inhale, exhale, just the elbows move. And out to the front, looks like this. Inhale, exhale, a little more strengthening for the shoulders. Exhale, and out to the side is even more strengthening for the arms. Exhale. Okay, so you get the idea. And then once we do the elbows, we'll do the shoulders. So there's several movements of the shoulders. This is the other ball and socket joint in the body. Hips and shoulders, both ball and socket joints can move in circles. So we're going to start with let's see, what are we starting with? Let's start with opening and closing. So relax your fingertips on top of your shoulders. Ideally, your upper arms are parallel to the floor. So like this, parallel to the floor the whole time you're doing this. And then you're going to inhale the elbows back. So the shoulders move back with the elbows, and exhale the elbows towards each other. They don't need to meet in the middle, just your range of motion. Inhale and exhale. Again, the spine, the torso stay in one place. If it's moved, bring it back into alignment. Ears over shoulders over hips. Inhale, exhale. Good. And 5 times, maybe 6. This gets tight, shoulders get tight, especially driving, using your phone, typing, zooming, whatever you're doing, this will help. Inhale and exhale, so you get the idea. And now we're going to do, this one's a little trickier, but feels great. So we're going to take again, the upper arms are parallel to the ground, and it's just like stop. So, or a Seguro cactus, right? Your hands and wrists are over your elbows, and your elbows and shoulders are parallel to each other and to the ground. So you're going to inhale back. It's just a very slight movement, rotating from the shoulder joint, just like we did with the hips, rotating from deep in the shoulder. You're going to turn this whole machine together back, and then turn the whole machine forward. Now again, this is 80%. That's as much as a human being can do. Do not try to push past that. Inhale, showing you from the side, and exhale, just keep going with the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale, keeping those upper arms aligned, moving deep in the shoulder joints. Okay? This should feel like a shoulder massage if you're doing it right. I hope it feels good for you. All right, so once you're done there, you just shake them out, relax your shoulders. This can be tiring for some folks. So you might want to just breathe for a bit, take a little break. I'll give you a little break. Again, come back to your breath, notice your alignment, and bring it back into a harmonious place where you can sit up without effort. Okay, and so from here, adjust your clothing, whatever you need to adjust your music, and then we will begin again. So we're gonna do the shoulders, full extension and flexion of the shoulders. So we're gonna take the arms parallel with the palms facing each other, okay? So thumbs are facing up. So again, your whole shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand are in alignment. So you're not going out, not rotating the shoulders, you're not bending the elbows, and you are not taking the hands or wrists away from this alignment. So straight up. Inhale, rotating at the shoulder joint. Your arms are following the shoulder rotation. You can look up a little bit, lift the chest a little bit, and then exhale, rotating the shoulders down and back. Again, full range of motion all the way up, just from the shoulder, and full range of motion all the way back. Continuing that motion with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Just going to do the front side here. Inhale and exhale. Again, this should feel good. If you're on the floor, you're probably going to need to kneel or sit up a little higher to do this on the floor, because if you're sitting folded legs, you are not going to be able to do this. So come up a little bit, okay, and then you can do this on the floor. Get the idea? Good. So from here, we are going to do the scapula, so your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are in the back, and they come together. The inner corners come together, just like my thumbs are coming together, and then they spread apart. You see that? Together and apart. So we're going to do the scapula. So in order to do that, we're going to take the rest of the upper body with us. Okay, so we can do it in a healthy way. We'll do it forward first and then from the side. So, and you can do the sitting cross-legged. So go back to sitting cross-legged if you moved up onto your knees. So inhale, everything comes forward, just like cat when everything came toward the floor. Inhale, scapula, shoulder blades come together, your wings come together in the back. Exhale, wings come apart. Your arms, your belly, your chest, your neck, all follow that movement. Arms can be wherever, they can rest on your legs, or you can just hang them, okay? And I'll show you from the side too. So inhale, shoulder blades. Think about your shoulder blades. Those joints need your help to lubricate and increase flexibility for your shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale. On the floor, this looks just the same for your upper body, just keeping your lower body relaxed. Okay, so from here, we're going to do spinal lateral flexion and extension. This is the extension, just sitting tall, and then you can relax your arms down or keep them on your lap. I'll show you lap first, and then I'll let the arms go, and then I'll show you from the side. So inhale, everything stays in alignment, and exhale, just leaning over, dropping this shoulder. So you can see the curve here. Inhale, so you're curving your spine over to the side. So you can inhale, center, and alternate sides. I'm going to drop my arms so you can see. Go ahead, you can follow the movement, just let the head hang if that's comfortable for your neck. Reaching your shoulder down toward the floor, arm dangles. Tall spine as you come to center, arm dangles as you flex the other side. I'll show you from the side, just this one side. Inhale, and exhale directly over to the side. Ears, shoulders, and hips stay in alignment. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Good. So once you've done that, we are going to twist. So the twist is basically a lateral rotation of the spine. So we're going to spiral the spine from the hips, where the spine fits into the pelvis, and all the way up through the crown of the head. We're going to start down here and spiral through. So I'm going to look at you for this first part, and you can look at me, and then we're going to just let the head be loose and flow with the movement. You're not leading with the head, you're leading with the hips. Okay? So you can also use your hands here for leverage. We're going to alternate sides. We're going to exhale to the side and inhale center. And as we do that, you can use your hands. I'll show you how. Inhale, center, and then exhale from the hips through the back, through the crown of the head. Inhale, center, and exhale the other way. You may notice I'm using the front hand on my knees and the back hand on the back of the chair. You can also use your back hand on the seat of the chair. And if you're not twisting all the way around, you can just have your hands wherever it's comfortable. I'll demonstrate from the side. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders stay level and in alignment with the rest of your spine. So it's just a spiral. It's not a leaning over spiral like the Tower of Pisa. You're just tall and spiraling around. Again, 5 times each side. And when you're done with that, we are going to do the neck because we are almost done. So we've done all the joints in the body, and now the head moves in 3 directions. The head is not a ball and socket joint. So we are not going to do head rolls or head circles. It is actually unnatural for the cervical spine, which is what we call the neck. So we'll do 3 movements that are natural for the neck. So one is yes, one is no, and the other is tilts. So first we'll start with yes. So as we, again, ears, shoulders, hips, breathing, relaxed. Everything else stays still, and we move just the neck and the head and the face, of course. So inhale up, lengthen, exhale down, jaw is loose, and forehead relaxes. Inhale up, exhale down. We're saying yes. Think of what you want to say yes to. Turning sideways so you can see. Inhale up, exhale down. Do not let your head fall back. You're still using the neck muscles to control the head. So I'm not letting my head release all the way back. That will be harmful for your neck. Exhale down. Just your range of motion, not mine. Back and forth. Easy does it. Once you've done 5 or so of those, we'll say no. Say no. Think of what you want to say no to. We're going to say no to that. No worry, no stress, right? Inhale, center. Exhale, over to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other side. The full range of motion for a human being is 70 degrees, not 90 degrees. So I'll show you from the side. And my chin is not over my shoulder. If you're forcing your chin over your shoulder, you're probably moving your shoulders forward or straining. So please don't do that. Inhale, exhale. Good. And so same thing, back and forth, 5 times each side. Not pushing the head past its ability, past its point of comfort, just coming to your edge and loosening the joint, improving your range of motion gradually and naturally. So again, alignment, breathing, last movement, and then we're done. Inhale, tall. Exhale, one ear toward one shoulder. Do not move your shoulders. Keep looking at me. Straight ahead. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Ear toward the shoulder. This is a small movement. It's about 40 degrees at most. Inhale up, exhale over. This is stretching this big ropey muscle here on your neck, the sternocleidomastoid, and some others as well. But it's also lubricating the cervical spine, the overused joints of your neck. So if you're looking down at your phone or at your keyboard or straining forward to look at your screen for some Zoom meeting or some computer work that you're doing, bring your ears over your shoulders and just let your head drop, your mouth, face, and neck relax on each side. You may want to do more than 5 of these. This is a very tight joint, the joints of the neck. So this is it, the joint freeing series. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'll put some notes down in the description. And I hope that you are able to do this frequently, and I hope this helps reduce your pain and improves your flexibility. Please comment and like and subscribe. Anita Luna, I've been teaching since 2002, practicing yoga since 1992, fully certified, and here free for you on YouTube 24/7. Check out my other videos too. All right, be well. Namaste. And namaste.